We're live. Hi, Jean. Okay, who we got here? We have Elvis Presley and we have Teresa. I've only just told everyone, so I'm guessing you guys are going to pop on in a second. Let's tell everyone again. Live from the Southwest UK. Louis on Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Right, it's a little bit bright in here, but how are we going to do this? If I turn the light off, it's too dark. If I turn it on, it's too bright. How about, what happens if I turn this off? Nah, we're going to have to leave it on. Okay, so the wife is at work. The kids have just got back from dancing, and I've just given them their dinner. Hi, Jane. So I think, I might, half hour, 45 minutes, who knows? Let's give it a go. So come on, let's find a song. Someone just messaged me. So Colin, are you watching? I'll just tell him we're live. Let's have a look. So Colin says, hi, I watched the whole interview with David Hebler and Vernon, 5 of them, and Elvis flew out to concert. I'll just say hello to Colin. Hello, Colin. We're live now. Woo! So we got hello, good luck, Charms, TCB, Team Elvis in the building, 2 right. We have Lorna, Amanda, Satnin, Jean, Elvis Presley, Teresa, and Jane, and Stacy, and Rhonda. The numbers are increasing. Natalie, let's have a look. Okay, right, we're jumping up on the numbers, which is good. Right, do you know what? I'm winging it a bit. I am doing a part 3 of the Memphis Mafia. We're going to carry on playing their video clips, read some comments, and then we're going to, I want to play a few song clips. So we got Francis and Lorna as well. So hi, everyone. Now, one of my favorite songs, I think I've told you the story, is I Just Can't Help Believing. This was one of the 2 songs that I found when I was 4 or 5, probably 4, stuck in the back of my dad's cupboard. And I played it in this very old probably 60s record player that also was a radio, and it was Philips. And it was a stand-up record player, radio, and it was this shape. Yeah. And you would put the record in that way. See how thin this is? The record went in that way, and you have 2 big square batteries. Do you remember the old square batteries, the blue ones that went in underneath? And it played records. The records slid in, and then you had the big buttons to change the different frequencies, you know, FM, AM. I can't remember the other ones. I think, what was the other 2? Was it SSB? I can't remember. And the 2 records I found were I Just Can't Help Believing, and the other one was That's All Right, Mama. So I want to see if I can find them without being copyrighted. Let's give it a go.
For the Kennedys.
Right. Elvis. I don't even know if this is going to come up. Just can't help. Because it isn't one of the most well-known songs, isn't it? So it might not be copyright. I know we've got it on the comeback, but on the rehearsals. I'd like to find it. Let's have a look. I was hoping we'd find the original, because I think if I play the rehearsals, it's going to copyright me. So we have to find the original, guys. Look, what did you think of Dave Hebler interview? Francis, you're answering a question there. We have done 2 live streams all about it, and quite long, detailed live streams. And I can tell you now, and many of you on here probably have watched the 2 live streams. I was not happy. I found him arrogant, rude, angry, bitter, not remorseful or regretful. He didn't apologize. And it was quite a long interview, a very well-made interview. The channel that did it were brilliant. But from the point of view of the hope of any kind of apology, from Dave Hebler to Elvis, he got 0 out of 10 from me. 0. So very disappointing with him. But was it interesting? Yes, it was very, very interesting. And it was a very well conducted interview. I must say that. Yes, I think he does. I mean, sorry, that was Colleen. Does Dave come off like an angry man? I think he does. I think he's holding back. When I watched it, I remember thinking, beneath the surface is an earthquake about to erupt. No, volcano about to erupt. That's how I felt. I felt he was very much holding back and only half telling us how he really feels. I also think this, he has gone through hell. That man has gone through hell. He has had a lot of hate, a massive backlash that has lasted 47 years. Yeah. So he's been punished over and over and over again for being part of that book with Red West and Sunny West. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I must admit, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I actually did feel sorry for him. I did feel sorry for him. But the side of me that is defending Elvis Presley, you know, Team Elvis, is like, you shouldn't have written that book. You should not have wrote that book. Should not have done it. It was betrayal. You were friends. I know Elvis is probably Vernon messed up the way he sacked them with not much notice and hardly any pay. It was a massive shock to the system, but we don't know all the circumstances. I had someone messaging me today on the 24/7 live stream. Please join the 24/7 live stream, guys. It's on Facebook Messenger. You just add me on. Let me just put my name down. Louis Macreadys, and I will add you to the 24/7 Messenger, and we all talk all day, all night, pictures, videos, obviously very, very interesting conversations, non-stop. You guys have been talking non-stop. Let me just quickly show you right now as we speak. You see that? That's you. See it scrolling through? That's probably not even half an hour. You guys have been amazing on this 24/7. Please join it, guys. It doesn't cost anything. You just add my name, friend request me on Facebook. I add you to the chat. Off you go, guys. 24 hours of researching Elvis and discussing Elvis and making friends. You lot are bonding. Look, right now, if I look at it now quickly, you've got Deborah, and let me look at the names. Melissa. Deborah, Melissa, Jacqueline. Let's have a look. All right, a lot. Right, let me just keep going back. There's been a conversation going on all day today. I did join in on my dog walk. You've even had Amy joining in with voice mails. Like she's been talking about Graceland and whose idea it was to create Graceland as a living museum, because we feel as fans, sorry, I'm going off topic, but we feel as fans that Graceland's, that Priscilla Presley takes all the credit for saving Graceland and launching it as a living museum. Well, we've proved again and again, with the help of Amy Collett, that the idea was thought of way before Priscilla came along, way back in 1977. They were working out how they were going to do it. So Priscilla cannot take credit for the saving of Graceland and the opening of the museum. She can't do it. Yeah. She wants to. Yeah. She does it again and again and again. But trust me, guys, Priscilla was not saved because of Graceland. I mean, because of Priscilla. I'm confusing my words. Graceland. Graceland was not saved because of Priscilla Presley. Vernon thought of it. Colonel Tom Parker thought of it. They were all discussing it. There's other people behind the scenes that were planning this idea to open Gracelands to the public. So, and Amy, I'll quickly play Amy's. I think this is the voicemail, and then we'll. Right. Let's see if you can hear it.
People close to in rehab, they're not allowed outside communication. She could have put out a statement after that, but like I said,
it's not very clear.
She was fighting for her children. And if you've never read those divorce documents between her and Lockwood, that was a very real fight. And Priscilla was trying to take her children. No, we can't hear that. I think that one's a different one. The one I listened to earlier, see if I can find it. Let's just check if it's that one. Yes, correct. I think some things are getting lost in text here. Yes.
Yes, here we go.
Because, like I said.
Right. So this one is about. It's basically Amy Collett, who you know her. She was on Presley Mania with Rhonda's show, and that this is just giving you an idea of that it wasn't Priscilla's idea to launch Graceland as a museum. Yes, she was the front person, but that's because she had them, in my opinion, she had them by the balls because she had a charge placed on Graceland in 1977 because of the second divorce settlement, which gave her so much power that I think that, this is just my opinion, guys, I think she demanded to be the front person on behalf of Lisa Marie's trust. I think she had all the power that she needed because of this deed of trust, this charge that was placed on Graceland's Elvis's home for 1.5 million, because Elvis couldn't afford to make the payments. He couldn't afford the divorce settlement payments and the spousal monthly payments. Also, she wanted a percentage of his recording rights. So Elvis was over a barrel. So when he passed away, then you've got Vernon, obviously, quite soon after, because he's very unwell with heart problems. Almost has to allow, I would say, Priscilla to be the main trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie, of course, because of Lisa Marie as well, because it's her mother. So she just takes the helm, and she's like in control of everything. Yeah. Now then, moving forward, she launches Graceland with Jack Sodden and all the rest of the stuff that went on. But then she takes credit for the next 40 odd years that she saved Graceland and that she launched Graceland as a living museum. But the truth is, it was all thought up before she come along. Let's listen to Amy.
She let that sit till 81. She wasn't interested. She wasn't interested until the money was out. I've done a whole write-up with documentation on a Facebook group. If I haven't taken it down, I'll try to find it. So fans were donating money to come do the walk-up in the evening to help take care of the grounds. Beecher, I think, or Smith comes to Vernon and says, hey, if each one of these people paid $5 to see the trophy room, he wouldn't have to make any adjustments to the house. They could just come into the trophy room. And that's where it started. So this Graceland Development Commission plan is the same exact parking spaces they had in the original plaza across the street, the original buildings across the street. This was not done after Vernon died. This was done before. It just took a while. From 78 to 79, they were working on it. And then unfortunately, Vernon passed away. Mm-hmm. So when Priscilla goes to, they come to Priscilla and say, hey, we're out of money. We need to do something. She realizes everything's already been zoned and approved and planned out. Like the blueprint was there already for her. She didn't have to come up with any kinds of ideas. The only stupid thing she did was she charged $5 to go through the whole house when Vernon was going to get $5 just to go through the trophy room. That's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's always kind of been, if you dig and you look, it was never her idea.
We love Amy. Amy, we love you. Amy Collett. Now, that isn't our subject for the day. Now, I'm still going to try and play you this song. I was just sidetracked because someone asked me about the Dave Hebler interview. I've given you a good answer for that. I will say this. It was bloody interesting. Really interesting. Really, I want to listen to it again because I really could sense his body language. Yeah, and his body was like twisting all different places, and his facial expressions were very interesting. That man is in a world of hurt. I do believe that, and I don't wish that on him. Don't wish that on him. I have no hate towards him, but come on, guys, you make a mistake like that. Now, someone messaged me and said to me, look, come on, there's another side to the story. And they were saying that, the way they were sacked was unfair, and that the families had no money for food and clothing. And obviously he was out of work. I think there's a bigger story to it than that. I don't think it's as simple to say that because Elvis had sacked these members, even though I think it was more Vernon that probably did it. Elvis may not have even known about it, but I think all of these people that were sacked had quite good jobs. This is just my opinion. Their job was to look after celebrities. Yeah, they were personal assistants to Elvis. So I think there would have been a lot of work for them. I really do. I think that in the field of celebrity and famous people, I think they would have found work doing the same kind of thing. We know that some of them went on to do acting and small roles in TV and films. But no, guys, it's not, I would say, in my opinion, it's not fair that because they lost their jobs with Elvis, that's it. They were never going to get employed ever again. These were young men at the peak of their, they were, how old were they? In their 30s, early 40s. So these men were very able to go and get jobs. I also think, Elvis had really looked after them for a couple of decades. Yeah. So they owed Elvis. They had this magnificent lifestyle with Elvis and everything that came with living with Elvis in the different homes, the different locations that they traveled to, the tours, the movie sets, the holidays. And Elvis was so generous. He paid all their expenses, all of their expenses. It didn't matter what it was. I had you guys telling me earlier, he paid everything, yeah, including medical, and he kept the wives, made sure the wives were looked after, the kids, if they had any kids, even relatives, even if it was their homes, if there was a problem with their homes, Elvis paid for everything. They wanted for nothing. So people have mentioned that the monthly wage was quite low. Was it I'm not sure if we were talking weekly or monthly. Someone said it started at $250 and then it eventually went up to $475. I don't know. So my point is they were very well looked after. And I also don't think they gave Elvis the chance, or Vernon the chance, to calm down. Because don't forget, there was incidents with lawsuits where they were saying that that they were too heavy-handed with the fans, and there were some lawsuits. Vernon was very worried about these lawsuits, that the Memphis Mafia were being too heavy-handed. So he sort of was between a rock and a hard place, and we had financial difficulties, so we didn't know if Vernon and Elvis could even afford to pay them. Yeah, because there was a lot of staff, not enough money coming in. And I also don't think they gave Elvis a chance to calm down. They didn't give Vernon a chance to calm down. So, because I personally think once this blew over, Elvis would have calmed down, Vernon would have calmed down, the dust would have settled a bit, and they would have got their jobs back. And the reason I say that is because it happened again and again and again. They kept getting fired. They kept getting their jobs back. But this time, I believe that Red West dug his heels in and was not going to go back. Now, remember what Red West said. Once he was fired, he said, this time I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I was going to write a book and tell my life story. That is Red West's exact words. It's over. I'm going to write a book and tell my life story. So they didn't even give Vernon a chance to calm down. There was too much. The eye was on the money. I was on the money. I'm going to get this money. So I don't care what anyone says. No one's talking me out of it, guys. They betrayed Elvis. No one's talking me out of it. They betrayed Elvis. There's obviously a lot more to it. I don't know all the facts. I wasn't there. I can see that there's another side to the story, but a friend does not betray a friend. You do not write a book about a friend. I don't care if he's famous or not. You don't do it. All friendships go through good and bad patches. Good friends get through it. It's a bit like a marriage. You get through the downs. The bond should be there. The love should be there. And I will also say this. I do think they loved Elvis. I do. Honestly, from my heart, I believe they loved Elvis. But the greed, the envy, the jealousy, the anger, the bitterness ruined everything. Ruined everything. And I think all of those men, not every single one, because there's obviously some that weren't as bad as the others, have spent their life with regret because of that book. With regret. And I also think many of the Memphis Mafia members, not all of them, have said things so many times that they should not have said. Things you don't say about a friend. Private things that should have been kept private. That includes Priscilla Presley. Private things that you don't speak about. I also think Elvis would have turned in his grave if he knew about all these different things that are being said about him that are private. That includes Priscilla Presley. And some of the girlfriends. Some of the girlfriends say things they shouldn't really say. They should keep to themselves. Melissa's going to like this. Linda Thompson does say some things that really she should keep private. Now, Anne Margaret didn't do that. Anne Margaret kept everything private. June Junico didn't do it. Anita Wood didn't do it. There's a few that did. Priscilla did. Linda did. Yeah. I don't think even Mindy Miller did. I think even Mindy Miller was very good. Yeah. You tell me, guys. You tell me the girlfriends that you think should not have said things. I'd be interested to know your take on it, guys. So, come on. I want to play I Just Can't Help Believing. I'm being stubborn. And then I'm going to read your comments. Am I going to find it? Come on. I want the original so that I don't get copyrighted. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find a real original version of it. Is it 1955? Come on. No, actually, no, it's later than that, isn't it? When did it come out? Guys, you tell me. When did I Just Can't Help Believing come out? Let me see if I can get it. My dog's out. Let me get my dog in. What's my dog doing outside? Ella, come on. In. Right, I'm doing a live at the moment, guys. My dog was outside. That's funny. That's funny. I'm just talking to you guys and I see my dog walk past the window. Right. Does any of you know when did I Just Can't Help Believing come out? Was it 1970? I don't know. Yes, early 70s. We're going to find it, guys. We're going to find it. Here we go. 1968. Oh, that's Barry Mann. No, we don't want Barry Mann. We want Elvis. Right, should we do it? A cappella. A cappella, yeah? Let's just see if it's going to work.
I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and the promise of tomorrow. I just can't help.
Right, come on, let's hear it with a bit of music. Do-do-dum. I'm going to have to just play it, aren't I? So let's just try this one. Oh, I love it. Love it. Guys, I can't play too much. I'll get copyrighted. Oh, that sends a shiver through me. Seriously. Do you know what? I fell in love with that song when I was 4. I'm like, oh, God, right. Right, hi, let's have a look who we got on here. We got, right, I'm going to try and go back on your comments. I'm never, I'm never going to catch up. I'm never going to catch up with these comments. Maybe I should just have a sing song. I just can't help believing. Oh, I love it. Love it. That has just melted my heart. See, I'm not joking. Let's have a look. Let's try and read some of your comments. Right. So, yeah, we were talking about Priscilla and if she saved Graceland and launched the museum. We all know that she didn't. We've proved it. Amy Collett has helped us. Amy actually has the documentation to prove it. She's even got the plans that show all the layout that was intended for Graceland's, the Living Museum, even the development in front of Graceland's. So Priscilla Presley, if you're ever watching this, you did not think of the museum. It was not your idea. It was probably Vernon, Colonel Tom Parker's, and a few other people. I think that I watched a video today with Dick Grob. This is the video that Elaine sent me. And I think she posted it on the 24/7 chat. And even that, at the end of it, it says they were already talking about the museum, setting it up for the public. So anyway, let's keep looking. Yeah, Amy is brilliant. I agree. Amy, you know we love you. That's Jane. Let's have a look. Teresa, Priscilla wants all the money. Yes. Jean, we love Amy. I think Elvis had lived longer, would have bankrupted him. I'll tell you what, this deed of trust, this second divorce settlement, if you follow the money that included a percentage of the copyrights, $6,000 a month, maybe spousal payments, 1.5 million. He couldn't afford it. He had to sell his recording rights just to be able to afford to pay her. I think Elvis could have been looking at bankruptcy. That is probably very true. Scary, isn't it, guys? Scary. She would have definitely tried. Yes, Francis, she definitely would have. If you all have not seen all of his awards, it is extraordinary. I know. She almost did. Yep, the Becks, I agree. Jane, hi, right, let's have a look. I'm off today, so I was able to join the live chat. Lily Ramos, welcome to the live chat. Lily, I love your comments. I love your comments. You do the best comments. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone say hello to Lily. She's brilliant. Mary, hope you're well, Mary. I think that's what Priscilla was always gunning for. Do you know what, Mary? I have a feeling you could be right. Yeah? Because, come on, if the second divorce settlement and Elvis hadn't died, that was the next thing. The next thing was Elvis can't afford to make the payments. Yeah? If you've read Amy Collett's information, if you've read the second divorce settlement, the divorce deposition, all that kind of stuff, if Elvis didn't make those payments, she was going to own Graceland, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. So Mary could be right. Right. Hi, Jane. Let's have a look. Sally, can you imagine the mental agony that Vernon went through having to hand the trustee title over to Priscilla Presley? The agony of knowing that he was going against his son's wishes. Yes. Yes, Saturning, definitely. Definitely. Don't forget, Elvis was still alive when this happened. Yeah. This was 1977, before he died. So Elvis was going through agony with this deed of trust as well. You know, just crazy. Oh, no, I think Saturning, you're referring to 1979 when Elvis passed. Is that correct? Let's have a look. Oh, I see. Right. Okay, let me re-say this. Right. Saturning. Yes, you're right. The agony he went through, allowing Priscilla Presley to be the main trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie, basically in charge of everything. He knew he was dying and he had to hand it to her on a plate. Gutting. Right. I can hear more dogs out there. So let's have a look. Let's just make sure my dog doesn't chase him. Right, let's keep going. Of course, upon the death, the money stopped and her divorce for maintenance, her child support would come from Elvis, Social Security and other death. However, the lien would stand. Yes, the lien did stand. Now, Amy Collett has told me about this. We've done live streams on this. At some point, she has to hand, I don't know the details. If Amy was here, she would tell us. At some point, she has to end the deed of trust, end the charge, the lien. Some kind of document has to be drawn up. And this then allows for the Living Museum, Gracelands, to open as a museum to the public. I don't know all the details. I do know the details because I've read them out to you, but I don't have them right now. Right. So why are we finding out that Priscilla is guilty of stolen valor? Oh my God, that's another story. Tracy, how are you, Tracy? We as fans, Team Elvis, suspect that Priscilla has been selling many items that were not hers to sell. We also suspect to do with the Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer, GWS Auctions. We also, just in an opinion, for entertainment purposes, that they were selling items that they're not even guaranteed to be genuine and authenticity being proven using Priscilla's letters, handwritten letters. So it's a lawsuit. There's a lawsuit. Bridget Cruz wants what she feels she's owed. Yeah, compensation. But then Priscilla is also countersuing for elder abuse, saying she's owed $1 million. It's a cat fight, guys. I think we've heard recently that Bridget Cruz has got rid of her law firm and is now looking for a new law firm. Now, I'm no expert. It's a bit hearsay, but it's all a mess. It's all a mess. And the only people that will gain are the lawyers, the attorneys. But I do think there has been, in my opinion, there has been wrongdoing on both sides, Priscilla and Bridget Cruz's associates as well. And unfortunately, in the middle of all that is Elvis's belongings in this auction. We want to know what's happening to Elvis's belongings, where they're being getting taken from, how many of them are genuine, how many of them are not genuine, how many of the authenticity documents that come with these auctioned off items are genuine, isn't it? It's worrying, guys. People are getting ripped off. For entertainment purposes, this is just an opinion. Let's have a look. Yes, Amy will check. Amy will check. I don't think she knows that we're live. That's good. Amy, you're not on, are you? Let's have a look. That's a good point, Louis. Probably Vernon's idea. Billy Smith said Elvis would have probably hired them back if they had not done the book. I agree, Francis. I believe that. Yeah, they were too stubborn to get their big money. The big money in the book. Let's have a look. Right, I need to whiz through these comments because there's so many. I'm never going to catch up. So I won't read them all. They all know, this is Kelly Dan, they all know what a private man he was and would have known if it was betrayal, his confidence. Yes, I agree, Kelly Dan. Sonny mentioned, right, Vibex, Sonny mentioned something that happened between him and Priscilla, but he has nothing to do with her now. I think it happened when she was married to Elvis. Okay, I don't know about this. Let's keep going. Dixie Locke did not disclose anything. Okay. Again, Dixie Locke, Natalie, it was way back. How old was Elvis when he was with Dixie? Was it 17, 18? You tell me, guys. Lily Ramos. So LT still says too many. All right, Linda Thompson still says too many things that she shouldn't say about Elvis, and she's getting paid for it, which is even worse. Sorry, I'm not a Linda Thompson fan. Guys, we have done a few live streams about Linda Thompson. There's some of you are quite passionate about Linda Thompson. Melissa's not on here, but she is. A lot of you like her. I do like her. I do like Linda Thompson. I see the good, but I also know this is what Lily is saying. I also understand that many of you have strong views about her and think that she has said many things she shouldn't have done. Many of you feel that the way she treated Elvis was a bit greedy, a bit money grabbing. Some of you have issues to do with when Elvis was being given his medicine. Yeah, that you don't like the involvement she had. A few of you know about affairs that she may have had whilst seeing Elvis. I think, was it the drummer and the keyboardist? So I do understand that the Linda Thompson story is not straightforward. I understand that. I'm learning more every day. I also know that some of you are not happy that she was at Elvis Week. So we're going to do another live stream on Linda Thompson. I think we have to. And many of you think Ginger Alden was the better girlfriend. My only issue with Ginger Alden, because I like Ginger Alden, is I just think she was too young, and also they weren't together long enough. So we didn't really know if the relationship was real. I know they got engaged. I know that Elvis had a ring specially made for her. But I'm with the Ginger Alden thing. I'm not convinced. But I do like her. She seems lovely and genuine, and she never badmouths Elvis. Yeah, never. She builds him up and says that he was getting better, looking forward to the future, looking forward to having a family, looking forward to the tour the next day, the day after his death. So I got a lot of praise for Ginger, but do I think Elvis was going to marry her and have a family with her and be faithful and stay with her? I don't know. I've heard he might have had another girlfriend. Yeah, at the ready. So you guys, you give me your opinions. Right, someone has just said, right, Deborah, do you think something may have happened between Sonny West and Priscilla? I've heard stories about the Stanley brothers and Priscilla. Yeah, something to do with the swimming pool, putting a bikini on or something. So who knows? I keep hearing things about Tom Jones and Priscilla and about Jerry Schilling and Priscilla. Come on, it's endless. It's endless, isn't it, guys? Let's have a look. Try the 1970s live version. Just can't help believe. I could. Let's have a look. I'm worried about the copywriting. Let's have a look. Come on, shall we? All right, I'm going to do it, guys. Live. Let's see what comes up. Whoa. Do you know what? Even if they copyright me, that was worth it. Now, what they tend to do, guys, is just they make me delete it. That's all. They never punish me. They just say delete it, and we'll let you have it. So I'll delete it tomorrow. And right, I did. Did you enjoy that, guys? Did you enjoy that? Didn't that make you feel? Didn't that just touch your heart? Wasn't it like, oh God? It's like a warm blanket being wrapped around me. I'm like, oh, ooh, puts the shivers down me. Yes. So Tracy said, it's great that considering how sexy and good looking he was, he had just as much male fans as female. Yes, definitely. I am a male fan. Yeah, we love Stacey Jane. Come on. It makes you feel great. That's really picked me up. Yes, right. Anyway, I did say that my last comment was about Ginger Alden. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. I haven't seen you on for a while. Sketches and Threads. Elizabeth, haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been hiding? Right. Let's have a look. So we mentioned Ginger Alden, and I said my little views I've got that I felt she was a bit young. I don't think they were together long enough to really establish them as a proper couple. I know about the engagement and the plans to marry on the 25th of December, and maybe even they discussed having children, and we know about the forthcoming concert. Elvis had lost weight. We've seen the pictures of Elvis in March 1977 on holiday and in Hawaii, was it? And he had lost weight. He had, definitely. I'll show you the pictures. I can prove it. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can find them. Right, so we've got Elvis, 1977, Hawaii. I can't even spell Hawaii. Let's get the pictures. So I've shown you these before, guys. You look at Elvis's arms and legs. The only place he's a bit podgy is his tummy, and his face is a bit puffy. So you look at the legs there. This is 1977, mine. This is like 4 or 5 months before he died. Is it 5 months before he died? Let's have a look. So let's look at these. Right, now look at this picture here. This one in particular, you can see just how slim Elvis was. Look at his legs. Look at his arms. Even his shoulders and chest has slimmed out. It's only his tummy that is slightly big. I wouldn't even say that big, but obviously don't forget he had inflammation. He had twisted colon. He had colon problems. So he probably had some kind of ulcerative colitis or IBS, some kind of autoimmune problem which inflamed his colon. So other than that, I think you see a man who was losing weight. Look at this one here, guys. Seriously, this one is excellent to show you. Now, seriously, guys, do any of you think that that is an overweight man? Can I just see? I'll wait for your comments. Do any of you think that that is an overweight man? And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that when they make him out to be fat and he was binging on burgers, and they blame his diet for his death. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Hi Elizabeth. I see someone who was losing weight ready for the tour. Yeah, that's what I see. And the problem with the footage of the concerts that were filmed for TV, yeah, the ones that are shocking for us, yeah. So let's have a look. Let me just get them up. Elvis last concert that was filmed, yeah. Was it for the ABC? I don't even know, but I'm not going to play them because I'll just get copyrighted. What I'm going to do is just show you some footage. Pictures. Let's see if I can find a color one. Right, there we go. Yeah. So when you look at that, the first thing you think is that his face is puffy and that he looks overweight. Yeah. Now you got to remember that it was filmed close up. He was in a very heavy jumpsuit, so he was sweaty all over. Obviously, quite a tight jumpsuit. So he looked like, here's a classic example, that the way that the photo was taken, yeah, makes him look very overweight. Now his face had he definitely had problems with side effects, probably of medication, that had made his face get puffy. We know that. But the truth is, his body, I think we can sort of see it. Let's have a look. Even here, if you look at that picture, I wouldn't call him fat there. I can see that his tummy's sticking out. But look at his arms. Look at his wrists. Look at his legs. Yeah? Now, yes, you look at his face. It's puffy. He's sweating. The pictures are taken close up, so you get the feeling. It makes the public think that he was massively overweight, but he wasn't. He wasn't. He had a distended stomach. There we go. Here's another picture here. Right, here we go. Here we go. I'm guessing that this is... now look at that, guys. That man is not overweight. That man is not overweight. Yeah? Don't forget, he's older. He's in his 40s. He's put on a bit of weight, but they make him out like he was this giant, heavy man that was binging on food constantly and had killed himself through overeating. It's ridiculous, guys. The reputation that is portrayed about Elvis is that he was this fat, bloated man binging on burgers that died on the toilet. It's ridiculous. That is why we're defending Elvis Presley. That is why. And we will spend all day long showing the public, the non-Elvis fans, that what has been spoon-fed to us for the last 47 years is incorrect, has been twisted. We're not being told the truth. We have to put up with books like this that were not written by Elvis, that Elvis had no say in. Elvis had been dead for years when this book was written by one person, a bitter ex-girlfriend, a bitter ex-girlfriend. Let me sort my son out. Just be a second. Right, all right, mate. What are you doing? Right then. Okay. So you get what I'm saying, guys? It's like, you know, we as fans, yeah, many of us here have been fans for forever, yeah, and we are fed up with it. We're fed up with the crap portrayal of Elvis, this and many other books, including the Elvis What Happened book, the Betrayal book. You know, people try and defend. Some people try and defend Sonny West and Reb West and Dave Heet, but I ain't having it, mate. I ain't having it. They're out of order. They are out of order. When they talked about the drugs that Elvis took in the book, they didn't say about his sicknesses, his chronic illnesses, the fact that he was seriously unwell and he needed over 40 tablets a day. They don't even mention it. They just say, oh, Elvis was always trying to get stoned as much as he could, as often as he could. We had to keep the dealers away from him. We beat up the dealers. This is what they say. We know that the book has many good things in it. The book says many good things about Elvis. We completely know that. Yeah, we're not stupid. It doesn't matter. Because if there's 10,000 words that are praising Elvis, but then there's 50 words that are calling him a drug addict, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Right. Anyway, let's read some of your comments. I'm going to go backwards because I'm never going to catch up. It does make you want to cry. It's heartbreaking. I agree. Natalie feels the same. Let's have a look. As good as his voice sounded, those last concerts, I just watched them. You can see how ill he was. Someone should have intervened and taken him straight to a hospital. Yes, Tracy, that's it. He was ill. He was ill. Chronically sick. All of his body was failing. Amy Collett will explain this to you. He did inherit genetic problems. He was unwell as a child. Obviously not sleeping, you know, serious insomnia, using medication to sleep and to wake up, to give him energy, to keep him awake, to power him through the tours, through the 2 or 3 shows a day. It took its toll. So, you know, guys, I wish the world knew that he actually was genuinely a sick man rather than just calling him a drug addict. We're all sick of it, aren't we? Right. Of course he should have gone to hospital. He actually did go to hospital, didn't he? A few times. But, you know, we're never going to know the real truth, are we, guys? It's ridiculous. The fact, anyone that thinks that Elvis just sat in his bedroom with blacked out windows, binging on burgers is stupid. It's like, he blacked out his windows with silver foil because of the glaucoma. His eyes, sunlight were painful for his eyes. He had to black out his windows. And also he didn't like the heat. He didn't like the heat. Right. So Deborah says that she's still seeing Tom Jones. Or Jerry Schilling. How many of you think she's seeing Jerry Schilling? Now, I know how popular Jerry is. He's fine. He's a good guy. I'm just having a bit of fun with you guys. Yeah, Lily, he had a lot of inflammation. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tracy knows his colon had basically stopped working. It was blocked. Could you imagine the pain he was in and the medication he needed to try and help that problem? And the side effects, it would have been steroids. The side effects of that medication, how sick that would have made him. I'm just catching up with your messages. So we have gone a bit off topic. I was going to talk about Red West and Sunny West and all the rest of the Memphis Mafia, but we've ended up speaking about lots of different things. Yes, and the glaucoma and not liking the heat is not discussed. They say he was a vampire. Come on, guys. Even that stupid thing that he lived like a vampire, even Linda Thompson says it. Yeah? She says that was part of the reason she left him, because she didn't want to leave an upside down life. But it was Elvis Presley, for God's sake. He couldn't go anywhere in the day. Elvis, the second he was out in daylight, was mobbed. He couldn't hide it. It didn't matter what he wore. They always knew it was him. They always did. So he had to live like a vampire, guys. He had to live his life at night. And this went right back to the 1950s. The 1950s. That's how Elvis lived. An upside down world. Anyone that got with Elvis had to accept that he had no choice. Elvis had no choice. He either went out at night or not at all. And they call him, because of it, they call him a recluse. He wasn't a recluse. He was trying to get some sleep in the day. Elvis slept in the day. And then at night he would wake up and he was full of life. Full of life. Yeah? Elvis was not a boring man. He lived and enjoyed life, but he did it at night. Let's have a look. Where's the Red West and Sunny video? Where is it? Oh, I've got hundreds. Natalie, which one do you mean? He even had to leave Graceland the way back so people wouldn't know. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly Dam. He did go out and about during the daytime occasionally. Yeah, I know that. I've seen the pictures. Yeah, I've seen all the modes, the three-wheelers and that, but I'm more talking about the reputation that he was given, the whole vampire thing. Let's have a look. Right. So I'm gonna. I've got to go, guys. But I want to play another song. I want to play something that is quite touching. Now I'm going to let you guys choose. Okay. We've had a brilliant live. The hour's gone like that, so quick. I do have to go though. So come on, guys, tell me a song. I have a song that I really like, yeah, but I want you to choose it. I'm gonna delete it tomorrow so we don't get copyright. So just name one song. I want it to be a ballad, a very heartfelt song. Come on, guys. Right, we've got The Wonder of You, Just Pretend. Come on, a bit more. Let's keep going. Right, so you've got two of you saying Just Pretend. Last chance, guys. Looks like Just Pretend is going to get it. Oh, I love Memories. I love Memories. Solitaire, beautiful. It's going to be Just Pretend, guys. It's going to be Just Pretend. Otherwise, we're never going to choose. Okay, let's see if we can find it. We're going to play the whole song. And then I'm going to have to go. Right. Ah, that's good. Oh, Can't Help Falling in Love. Woo-hoo-hoo. Right. Now, do we want the live version? Let's have a look.
I just did a country and western album.
Come on. This is good. This is good.
It's called Just
Right, guys, I'm going to play all of it and then I'm going to say goodbye. But thank you so much, guys. We've had a brilliant time. Brilliant live. We've done 3 good lives today. So we've been on it today. Are we ready? So, guys, that's it. Don't forget, we can still carry on talking on the 24/7 Facebook Messenger. Just put my name on. I'll put my name on. Add me on Facebook, and we can carry on chatting all night long. 24/7 on Facebook Messenger. Friend request me, I'll add you on, and this chat can carry on all through the night and never stops. Okay? Thanks, guys. Love to all of you. Thank you so much for everyone joining in. We've had a really nice night tonight. I've loved it. I've loved it. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Take care.